Right, hello everybody, and welcome back to the International 2024. I am Scotter of GFG and Tip Warblers, joined today not by Obnot. He's unfortunately unavailable, but I have got the next best GFG member, and that is Captain Carabao. Adam, how are you? How is it going?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. That's a huge overestimation of my skills in GFG, I think. But thank you anyway. It's good to be here.
No worries. Are you excited for a best of three? It's
Very
kind
excited.
of a hospital pass just to draw you in for a best of three, but there we are. They tend to go on for some time, so I hope your calendar is clear.
I hope so. Yeah, I'm excited for it. It'll be good fun.
Cool. So I think we've got some very interesting developments that have happened in the International. So just to fill you in, Halo 3 Soundtrack are currently undergoing roster shuffle of some kind, roster change of some kind. And in the lobby, which I will show in a moment, I believe are several potential candidates for their new mid lane. And I believe we have the exclusive reveal of who that's going to be. But before we get into that, let's discuss who the potential candidates are, as there is a glaring hole in their little thing in the lobby. So let me go to this view, and hopefully then we can see the lobby. So here, I believe, are three potential candidates for the for the new mid lane opportunity available at Halo 3 Soundtrack. Now, I am none the wiser as to who the mid laner actually is, so let's talk about the three options that seem to be available in the lobby as we speak. In fact, four. We've got a fourth. Another one has joined. So, option number one for Halo 3 appears to be Nutkin. Now, he's apparently been seen quite a lot more in the Fry Guys server these days, and so could Nutkin be the new player? He is now out of the tournament, potentially unfairly due to the Mankgate 2024, but he could return to seek revenge for a new role, 1v1ing his enemies directly rather than supporting his cause to take down foes on his behalf. Or could it be said Hep? He's a regular in Focus stacks, could have answered a friend's call, and be abandoning Too Hot for Dota in their hour of need to save the soundtrack in the upper bracket. He has the highest KDA on a single hero of the whole tournament at 42. He could bring his chonky Treant Protector plays to Halo 3 and run them down the mid lane. Or could it be Larry Llama? Larry and Focus were supposed to be on a Goonta national team last year, if not for scheduling conflicts. Could this be the time to revive that old dream? Larry has had his team removed from the tournament way too soon, so could he be taking up the mantle of the final core role to cross off his tournament list? And I believe we also have Steve Handjob, great name by the way, knocked out on Wogan's Wizards, I believe just yesterday, and called out by the masses as the replacement for Halo 3. Could he be in by popular demand? Could he get a move onto the team he previously slammed in the group stages? So, without further ado, these are the potential candidates. So if everybody in the chat is ready, then we have the exclusive trailer, which I've never seen before, so bear with me while I get this loaded. Hopefully this all goes through, so let me know if you can't hear this, okay, just as FYI. Right, I am playing the video, I guess, now.
In every journey, there comes a moment of transformation, a moment where potential meets opportunity, where a team's story takes a new and exhilarating turn. For Halo 3 Soundtrack, that moment is now. The mid lane, a place of infinite possibilities and unrelenting challenges. It is the stage where heroes rise, where battles are decided, and where greatness is forged. It demands precision, adaptability, and a mind that sees not just the present, but the future. Today, Halo 3 Soundtrack begins a bold new chapter, a step forward with a player who brings not only exceptional skill, but a vision that redefines how the game is played. This is someone whose reflexes dance with precision, whose strategies are as vast and complex as the worlds we aim to conquer. A player who embodies resilience, innovation, and the hunger to achieve greatness. Their journey has been one of constant evolution, sharpening their craft, adapting to challenges, and achieving moments of brilliance that have left audiences and opponents alike in awe. And now, they step into the spotlight, ready to lead Halo 3's soundtrack through the storms of the International and toward the summit of success. This is the player who will carry the torch in our mid lane, a player whose presence electrifies the battlefield, whose every move tells a story, and whose name will be remembered in the annals of this tournament. This is Jazz Hands. Wait, what? Didn't he just quit?
He's back! He's back!
Okay. So there we have it. And I will read out the press release for you. I hope you enjoyed that video, courtesy of Falcus. Thank you very much, Falcus, for sending that over. As of November 16th, 2024, Halo 3 Soundtrack are excited to announce that Jazz Hands will be joining the team as their new mid player. His adaptability and deep understanding of the game. I'll skip that line. For fuck's sake, we look forward to seeing his impact, seeing him in the mid lane, and they would like to thank their fans for continued support during this transition, etc., etc. So the updated roster: Duck T moves from mid lane to carry. Jazz Hands is now in as their mid, and he is in the lobby. Oh, that's the wrong one. We're getting there. It's this one. I got it. As you can see, Jazz Hands has now joined the team. There we go. Halo 3 soundtrack is complete. Falcus, I hope so much that lived up to your expectations. I'm sorry if I beansed it in any way. So yes, Falcus, again, thank you very much for sending that over. And I think with that said, we can now get almost into the game. So I'll wait for the game to start. But yeah. Any thoughts on the mid-tournament roster shuffle? Adam?
When I heard there was going to be all this hype for it, I wasn't expecting that. That was a bit of a cinematic marvel, actually. I really enjoyed that. I wasn't expecting so much effort to go into it. No, really good. Very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. Bring it back on the team.
I mean, literally, whilst that was going on, Adam just said to me that we've never done that for GFG, so he's quite disappointed. So Braxy, if Braxy's in the chat, I don't think he's available this evening, but if Braxy's in the chat, here's what you've got to live up to for the next time GFG feature in a tournament. Okay, so just keep your ears peeled for that one, because I think he's the only one capable of producing such a marvel.
100%.
Cool. I think we're almost ready to get into the game. So yeah, exciting times. It is a best of 3, so just to give you context as well, it is a best of 3. The winner will move on in the upper bracket, and the loser will drop down to the lower bracket, I believe, to face Too Hot to Dota. But we have 3 whole games potentially to talk about all of the ins and outs and the outcomes, but right now we have the draft for game 1, so let's get into it. Right. Let's see what these lads are going to pick. Spirit Breaker ban straight off the bat, which we love to see. Well, it's always a hero I've not written down that is the first ban.
I'm not upset to not see that be played, to be honest. Witch Doctor as well.
Yeah, Witch Doctor is a hero that Halo 3, I believe, have played a fair amount, so... Makes sense. I have written down here, has 12 games in the tournament, 66% win rate, always strong. And Medusa as well is one of the most banned heroes of the tournament, along with Clockwork. So these are all kind of meta things so far.
No surprises there then.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, what was Medusa? Medusa's been only managed to get through the drafts 11 times. Oh, well, it might have got through in other games actually, but it's been picked 11 times, banned 54 times, so
Oh wow.
there is that. Yeah, Axe, another Halo 3 favorite as well as Hoodwink. So clearly,
Yeah, Hoodwink most paid here, I think, isn't it?
yeah, Sitout have done their homework on this one, so they are prepared. And and Halo 3 first pick Slark, which is
Wow,
really
first pick. There we go.
that is a bold first pick.
That is a bold first pick, but I like it.
I mean, thinking of
It'll be interesting.
surely some counters on the way. Got plenty of time to pick them.
So they've got no excuse not to come up with something.
All I will say is that, again, Slark was one of the heroes I actually had written down for Halo 3. Has 3 games, 67% win rate, so not a large amount of games in this tournament, so not been used too much in this one so far.
So Venge picked. That's their most picked hero, I believe.
It is.
It's a tournament.
Yeah.
So it's an old favourite.
Yeah.
Run it back, why not? It's working. I think they've only lost 1 game with it.
Yeah. And in general, the hero has been one of the most popular. Yeah, but I think that's also had an impact on its win rate, like you say. Sitout have been winning a lot with it, but it's got 42% win rate overall, so others struggling. Razor ban, we love to see a Razor ban.
We do. We do love to see a Razor ban.
Viper ban, please, will be great. That would be ideal. So just trying to think of like heroes that, because I've cast both these teams at Transpires, so I already had like some notes written for them. What I recall from Sitout being really effective was Y.O.S.O's offlane Sand King is really effective. That was in the last series. Had quite a bit of impact. And from Halo 3, I really have to dig deep for Halo 3 because that was a long time ago and I've slept a lot since then. But yeah, I think they're, like you said, a big Hoodwink players, and I think Ember Spirit as well for their former mid, now carry, Tuck T, is a strong hero as well. So maybe he'll be taking the Slark instead. So might not be one to think about.
You would think so, wouldn't you? You would think so.
Unless Jazz Hands have very little knowledge. I mean, how could I prepare? How could I prepare for this?
Always impossible to prepare for that one.
There's the Sand King.
There it is.
Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. What a cool. Pudge. Oh, yes, this is a team.
Come on.
Are they just going for Dota 2's most... Oh, never mind. I thought it was going to be like...
Most picked.
Yeah, most picked or most popular heroes of all time or something. I don't know if Slark's actually up there, but Pudge definitely is. Veno, interesting.
Coming through. It's a bit surprising. I'm not personally the biggest fan of Ea-nasir.
Yeah. It's one that's undergone quite a bit of change as well, with like the ult differences and stuff like that over the last like year, probably maybe more.
Yeah.
So I'm never sure how effective it actually is. But
Lich. Yeah, it's another hero they've been enjoying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is a classic Sitout draft at the moment. I mean, the offlane, it's definitely offlane Venge Sand King, and I think that was pretty clear before even the Lich was picked anyway.
Yeah.
But they already know it's running into a Slark, so they're obviously comfortable that the Sand King can hold up against the Slark in lane. Pudge, I mean, from Halo 3, do we know, other than the Slark, do we know? Is this a mid Pudge? Do we think? Where do we think this?
Oh, I mean, a mid Pudge would be a lovely flex pick. Actually, I'd really enjoy that. If not, just stick it offlane. You never know. Or we're gonna go the P1 Pudge. Who knows?
Yeah, with the mid Slark and the P1 Pudge or something.
Mid Slark P1 Pudge. Who knows?
All right, so we're awaiting one more pick from each side. Sitout thinking a bit about their 4th pick. They obviously need carry and mid, you would suggest, left. Unless they did some weird mid Sand King stuff, but
So they've still got Necro in, who's been successful for them. Where have they been picking Necro recently?
So this is another Admiral Seething hero though. So Seething, big Necro player, but also stood in for Tit Warblers the other day playing Tiny as well. So I think this will be the mid Tiny. So we'll see. But yeah, Necro has been a very strong hero for them. I'm surprised it didn't actually get banned in any
Yeah, that's what I
capacity.
was expecting. Unless they think they got the answers for it.
Yeah, I don't know how effective. I feel like it's quite effective against Slark, but I'm not sure. Slark's one of those heroes. Like I feel like I played a lot against, but a long time ago. Like I haven't seen a lot of it much recently, so I don't really have too much to go off of.
No, we're in an era where we like to be big tanky boys. I mean, Slark enjoys that. He likes hitting big tanky boys, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Getting those stacks up.
Yeah. So
they come through with for their fourth and final pick before the ban phase. Eating into their extra time.
Yeah, I think this. I feel like if you put, it's got to be like some kind of support for Venomancer, right? Because it's the hero just feels so squishy if you try to core it. So Pudge, we're not sure either. So this could be a double support show. I guess you could play like 4 Pudge or something. Or mid, but yeah, as you say, it could be a flex pick. So yeah, it really depends. But now, Snapfire.
Snapfire.
It's another popular one. Although I think its win rate is on the struggle bus, if I recall. Let me just have a look. Although it might have been picked slightly less now. Snapfire. Oh, it's dropped quite a bit. Yeah, 16 games, 31% win rate. So not great for the lads in this particular tournament, but yeah, it remains to be seen.
We've had a Dragon Knight ban and a Void Spirit ban.
Yeah,
Arc Warden ban
is ideal.
They'll be banning out their mids.
Yes. Oh, the game I cast of Halo 3 before, it was a Viper versus an Arc Warden mid.
Oh, really?
And there's a clip from the channel that somebody clipped, which is Mark asking me who wins that mid lane, and I said Dota loses. Which I still think is true.
You're not wrong at all.
As we get a Lone Druid. Okay.
Wow.
They really want to pick heroes that I know little to nothing about.
Heroes you probably not played at all.
Yeah, Lone Druid.
Maybe Pudge.
Interesting.
And the PA was also banned.
Yes.
So they come up with then in their safe lane.
So yeah, calls from the chat from Enthused. So Ashwin dropping in to say he is the coach of Sitout. He's just about to take off. So enjoy your flight, Ashwin. Hopefully you're not going Tiny Airlines, because he's kind of occupied for your team right now. So yeah, I would guess then, yeah, 3 Pudge is the shout from the chat then. So
yeah, that would make
Snapfire
sense,
4, Veno 5, probably, something like that, or 5 Snapfire. Those are probably the supports, right? And then
you'd think so, yeah. Pudge
Lone
3
Druid down the middle, or
yeah, Lone Druid mid. I mean, that could be strong, can't it? That could be strong.
Okay, and Gyrocopter. Interesting. Okay. Right.
There you go. The heroes are picked.
Lovely stuff.
What are your initial thoughts on that draft?
Honestly, well, the thing is, the difficulty I have in this game is that Halo 3 are picking. The difficulty is I can see that how Sitout's lineup comes together, right? So I feel like the team fight is there. You've got, the aggression of the blinking Tiny into the tossing and stuff. You toss a Sand King like we've seen before. I mean, I just see how it all comes together. So I'm erring on the side of Sitout, but I'm not sure. But Lone Druid.
I think I do agree. I with that. I do like the draft more of Team Sitout. As you say, the pacing makes a little bit more sense. But I'm fully here for Halo 3's little bit of a carnage draft, actually.
Yeah, I think
I'm here for it.
I think what Ashton's saying in the chat is that they've picked their best heroes. So right. So I'm going to start the predictions because I realize I can do that. Okay. Let's start the predictions. So, as we get into game number 1 between Team Sitout and Halo 3 soundtrack, let's get ready to rumble. You may bet your beans if you have any left after previous previous bets. They are all tipping Y.O.S.O minute 1, so that's good fun. Right, let's make sure we got everything toggled on that we require, and let's get started. I will run you through your team. So on the side of Team Sitout, they are the dire side for game 1, is Ea-nasir on the gyrocopter, Y.O.S.O on Sand King, Seething on the mid Tiny, Lulu on the Vengeful Spirit, and Wurzag is on Lich. And on the side of Halo 3, we have John Jizzhands, the newest member of Halo 3 soundtrack, on the mid Lone Druid. I've got to be quick now because they're coming. Duck T on the Slark, Falcus on the Pudge, Crazy Ads on the Veno, as we have initial engagement. Seething is hooked in, and he will be the first blood in this one. And Wurzag's going to take some clicks as well, but there's a return stun onto Duck T, so big damage onto the Slark from the start of the game, but now Lulu will get some goose as well.
Big stacks.
And Lulu goes down as well. Now Y.O.S.O as well. It could be 3 for Halo 3 straight off the bat without any any reply. And a hook, just misses Wurzag as well. Where did I get to? Vesper. Vesper's on the Snapfire, and I think I covered Halo 3.
I think so. Well, that was a start, wasn't it?
Yeah. I really was running out of time. I was taking my time thinking, I got all the time in the world to get through the teams, and yeah, 3-0.
In terms of a start, it doesn't get better, does it? Slark started already 2 permanent agi, Pudge already 3 flesh heaps, Lone Druid's already got some money in his pocket. What a start! What a start!
Yeah, it's like you say, doesn't get much better. Early graph. Tell you what, the Gaben still favours Sitout. So there you go. What can you do?
Yeah, he does. He does.
What can you do? As yeah, this mid lane, there could be a bit of. We've got to keep our eyes on, like Mad Max says in the chat. We've got to keep our eyes on this LD in the mid lane, I feel. So let's see. Yeah, giving up 3 kills, not the optimum start, but.
They do say that. They do say it's not the best start, but the combat makes it more interesting, right?
Exactly.
No one wants a boring game.
All right, settling into the lanes then. We'll see how we go. While I read up a bit about how this guy works.
Who are you looking at?
I'm currently looking at Lone Druid. So, yeah, the bear currently has the majority of the items, and then Mr. Druid has just the boots.
Yeah.
So,
just stand back and let your bear do the hitting, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane, little leash action going on. Slark getting some clicks onto Y.O.S.O, who's getting a little low, along with Lulu. Looks like the supports have been trading a bit of health in this lane.
They have.
And not much top lane at the moment.
No, top lane is a bit more of a separated lane. Gyro's going to enjoy that. He can just last hit to his heart's content. Exactly what he wants. He doesn't want to be last hit against Pudge, I don't think. He might struggle a little bit.
Yeah, just the beefy lad.
A small disparity in damage as well, 30 damage. So it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, bottom lane, they're going on to Y.O.S.O again. Nice cookie stun as well. You clicks out, but won't dive the tower for it as Lulu's wrapping round behind. Gets the stun out onto Vesper, will take a few clicks as well, but no kills so far. Oh man, the chat is so... Thank you Max for... I appreciate the assistance on understanding what's going on here. So, just for the benefit of everybody in the chat, apparently the bear and the hero are both universal, so you split the branches between them at the start because you get a lot of damage. That's my... Thank you
Okay.
Once again to the chat for carrying the cast. Much appreciated.
And we've currently got the 3 branches. So we're well below
Yeah.
our
Not
branch
enough,
quota.
Not enough branches, but he did go boots straight off the bat.
He did.
That the damage from the scatter blast does so much damage. Actually, it's kind of crazy how much. It's like a third of Lulu's
It's a
health.
nice
off.
amount of damage. It's a nice amount of damage.
Oh, hook comes out top lane. Ea-nasir gets hooked up by the Pudge and will take a lot of damage from the combined Necro and Falcus Rot damage. Crazy Ads might go down instead, but gets denied by the neutral creeps. The Centaur stomp comes out. Thought it was going to stop him from getting out, but no, actually gets the kill. And now Falcus is low. Wurzag will chase him down, but not quite have enough damage to get the kill onto the big lad. So, early kill again for Halo 3 as they get their 4th kill onto the gyrocopter in the safe lane.
Nice little Centaur secret agent there popping up to help out as well.
Yeah, would have got their first
6th member
kill.
of the team.
Yeah, Sitout missing out on their first kill.
Stun comes out bottom onto Snap 5. He's going to walk away.
Oh, see, look at that
Hit him
damage.
back with a scatter shot. A scatter blast. Oh, stun missed.
Yeah, now they will
Leashed
leash up. Y.O.S.O with the cookie stun as well. Big damage. Blood grenade comes out as well. Stun from Lulu hits Duck T. But Lulu will probably be at risk here. Needs one more click. Not quite in range. Duck T is diving the tower. The Duke's round. The stick. And now the Scatter Blast gets the kill. Doesn't have leap for a second. Needs to be really careful. One more tower hit might do it. And does go down at the end. Duck T does perish. And that will be Sitout's first kill of the game. Well worth it. Well worth it. That's nice juking by Lulu there to walk him around the tower.
That's nice. Unlucky his Dark Pack didn't quite get him. And he's in for a penny, in for a pound, right? You can't walk away at that point.
Yeah. I don't think he even got the kill in the end because Vesper had to come in and scatter blast
him in the end. But that's nice. That's nice for bottom lane though.
Yeah, it's a good start. Now the leash comes out again. Counter stun from Lulu. Now the cookie stun will come out along with the Dark Pack. That's a huge combo. And Lulu will go down. Takes a lot of damage.
As I'm saying, Slark hits like an absolute truck once he starts getting those stacks up. All the way up to 4 permanent stacks as well.
Yeah. And these cookie stuns have been real nice as well.
They are really nice.
With the Dark Pack.
Great combo.
Huge damage.
Yeah, you got some great gap close with Pounce and Cookie.
So the man now has no boots, but the bear has phase boots.
Yeah.
So it's all bear action at the moment. Top lane looked like they were getting close together, but nothing doing so far. Looks like Halo 3, you know, early advantage from those 3 kills before the Horn, but have accelerated to gain 3 more in that time. As the leap comes out again from Slark at the bot lane, Y.O.S.O will take another bunch of damage. But the counter stun comes out from Y.O.S.O onto Vesper, who will take damage, tries to cookie away, but not quite enough. But now Lulu gets stunned by the Centaur as well. The Centaur on both lanes helping out, helping out Halo 3, but not quite enough for Duck T to get enough damage for the kill. As it looks like
got the return kill then as well.
Seething is coming down at pace with the haste rune. That's a fast little Tony.
Choo choo, here he comes.
But does decide to not dive the tower on this particular occasion, so won't get anything out of it. Good vision from Halo 3 to spot that one out. Right, where are we?
Right, Tiny coin back mid now. Lulu would have enjoyed that bit of freedom for himself there, or even his bear friend. Still not a lot going on top at the moment.
Yeah, just the initial kill onto the gyro I think is probably a little bit of a wake-up call, right? Of like trying not to get hooked like
comes
this.
Out top.
Yeah, and now Falcus and Ea-nasir exchanging damage. Falcus also getting quite low with the scatter shot. Now will get close, but the 2 of them do eventually get the kill. Middle lane looks like Seething and that are contesting their rune, but where was Wurzag is bot. That's why they were free to go on the for the kill on Ea-nasir top. So perhaps just the gyro stepping up just a touch too far when Wurzag was out of the lane trying to help his bot lane. Didn't quite Didn't quite get anything either for the rotation, as I missed the kill mid. Of course I do. As John G's hands is taken down by Seething in the middle lane. Looks like just a bit of tree grab avalanche combos going on there. So
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice indeed. It's very even on the creep score mid actually.
yeah.
Just 4 denies and 1 last hit between them. But obviously that kill is going to be pretty huge, and obviously the earlier death.
As we have some ult chat coming out, as Falcus with the ult is level 6 ahead of Ea-nasir, is getting major damage out, although the gyro damage from the is just doing so much, and Ea-nasir might actually, I thought he was going to live to see the Pudge go down. Not quite. Did just about get 6, as in the bot lane, Duck T gets the damage and kill onto Y.O.S.O in exchange. 2 for 1 for the side of Halo 3, but it was so close to...
Yeah.
I might be looking for one more here. Stun comes out onto the Veno. Heals up with the Lotus.
Couple of hits.
And now the slows onto Lulu mean the chase is so difficult now.
I
tried to deny to the...
Finished off by the wave.
tried to deny the Ancients, but now the Falcus with the hook again. Wurzag goes down, hooked under tower. No escape for that one. Bit of carnage going on early doors in this game, as both teams happy to run at each other and exchange some damage. Get some kills.
That's what we love to see.
I thought the
Leashed
slow...
up again, bottom. Scout Blast comes out.
Yeah, Y.O.S.O.
Not quite. Comes out.
Not quite there with the cookie this time, but now with the Snapfire ult.
Yes, it's come out. He's finished off.
Yeah, no escape from that one for Y.O.S.O. Yeah, going back to the point you were making about the creep score, I was surprised to see the gyro doing so well as well, actually. Like, considering, obviously, the 2 deaths in lane haven't been ideal, but still managing to get quite a bit out of the lane. So,
the gyro has done really well, actually. All things considered.
It's actually very even in that regard. If you look across the lanes, like Pudge and Sanky, almost tied. And gyro has 17 denies. I guess Slark has like 17 as well, to be fair. There
is a big net worth disparity though between Slark and gyro.
Yeah, I think
although there's only a couple of kills.
Impact of the deaths as the gyro ult comes out, but will not find anyone. I think there was a stun out onto Falcus prior, and now the swap comes back on the crazy ads, but the hook
nice hook.
might save his life. Doesn't have enough mana for. Does go down in the end.
Snapfire's coming mid. Are you gonna try and set something up here? Slark to his own devices.
Doesn't appear to be any of the wiser as the cookie
comes
out,
out,
stuns the bear onto Admiral Seething in the mid lane.
Brilliant.
Just don't have the damage for this tiny at the moment.
No.
Not the damage. Bring him down. Falcus is looking for another hook onto the gyro, I think. Top lane. Yeah, gets the hook.
He's got it.
That's another great hook from Falcus, who will actually perish this time. But the damage from Lulu was huge this time. But Vesper, with the leap in from the cookie, will eventually get Ea-nasir. Now Lulu stands and clicks, but should have probably just tried to run away. But I think was rooted potentially by the bear as well. So we'll go down. 2 for 1 trade. Falcus will lose their life, but in exchange for the carry, Gyrocopter once again. That is Gyrocopter's 4th death of the game. I believe getting caught before the horn, and then 3 deaths since then that I can recall as well, so
yeah,
a little tough.
It is, but that being said, he's not doing that bad. Bad.
Although Halo 3 moving in to steal these stacks, and Ea-nasir's walking up the high ground again. Can they get anything from this? They do have the Venge swap up, but now it's a smoke up play to move away. They may have seen that on the side of Sitout, so they may know that something's up. Looks like they're going mid, where Y.O.S.O is farming, and does use... jukes out the hook very nicely. No dust or invis, as far as I can see, so... No dust for the invis sandstorm, so we'll just waddle away. Nice little juke. Yeah, I mean, Duck T's been left to their own devices in the bot lane now. Accelerating the farm.
Already got his diffusal blade.
Yeah, already with the diffuse.
Treads. Very nice. Already got his first part of Ags as well. It's coming out for him.
Yeah. As the swap comes out onto the... It's almost like they were predicting this because they were smoked up behind Duck T. So now I'm not sure whether Sitout wants to take this fight anymore, especially with Y.O.S.O getting hooked down. And now Pudge just running him down. In the meantime, the Wurzag is now really low. And on the other side, the Venge also went down after having used a swap. The Veno will go down, but that is a trade you're happy to take as there's some kind of visual bug with a floating creep there who's now just disappeared on my screen. Crazy. 16-8 in kills, and we're only 14 minutes in, so already been a bloodbath.
Tiny frozen gyro, Slark's down.
Yeah,
5 kill streak handed over.
And a nice follow-up kill as well, yeah. After losing 3 heroes in that engagement, Slark getting a bit too overconfident, and like you say, gets taken down. 5 kill streak. Onto the carry as well. That will help. That will help the gyro immensely.
So anyone be upset about that?
There it is. Yeah, I think
pretty much a second in net worth now. Only 400 gold behind the Slark.
Yeah, also has the first part of their Ags as well. So, as it looks like, so John Jizzhands in the top lane. He's also got a diffuser blade. Y.O.S.O will use the epicenter stun combo, and now Wurzag will try and drag him out, but not quite enough damage so far. But now the tiny toss in plus the damage from Y.O.S.O will take them down in the end. So, just a little too far up. Wasn't anticipating the gank, and it was a very nice gank from Sitout. Although they will probably lose one in exchange here. Falcus with another hit hook. We should have been counting these.
We should have been.
We should have been counting these for the stats. And another kill goes the way of Falcus. Lovely hook there again to get something out of a fight that was otherwise lost.
Jari's been meanwhile taking a very nice double ancient stack, which he'll be loving again. Only 200 gold behind the Slark. He's catching up. Almost got his second part of Ags.
Yeah.
Already got his Crystallis as well, obviously.
Yeah, both carries happy to sit and farm for a bit now, I think. Although Duck T is looking for Y.O.S.O again. Gets the leap out, but doesn't hit. And the Sandstorm will allow Y.O.S.O to passively farm and stay out of trouble. Not seen Dust carried yet. Might be wrong on that one.
I haven't seen one.
I am wrong on that one. Pudge has some, and Lone Druid has some.
Okay.
And so does Veno. They have so much actually.
We are blind.
As Duck T still looking for Y.O.S.O. Y.O.S.O now with the stun in. Oh, big damage from the stun follow-up from Lulu as well, but Duck T will just walk away. Dark Pact helps get out of those tricky situations. Dark Pact? No. Yeah, it's Dark Pact. Let's get the old spells confused. Falcus gets Ea-nasir again. Another lovely hook in this top lane. But Ea-nasir isn't as weak as he was in the lane. He's very tanky, and this is big damage from the gyro roll out on to the Pudge and the Veno. Will go down in the end because of the sheer tick damage from both of the heroes. But Seething comes in to help clear up, and it's a 2-for-1 trade.
Again, he was there for 2 of the kills. He didn't go down without a fight, did he?
Yeah, exactly.
He got all that XP for those 2 kills.
Yeah, it was the posthumous Veno damage from the ult, I believe, that got the kill in the end. So, yeah, gets the XP for both those. It's a nice little trade. As bottom lane, they're going again here. There's no time to catch your breath in this one. Y.O.S.O swapped out and then stuns back in as the Snapfire ult comes out, but doesn't land onto too much. Does tag Y.O.S.O a couple of times, but nothing doing. I think Halo 3 happy to back off now, knowing that they have numbers here. Well, they have expended some ults. Falcus hook will not hit this time, as the diffuser blade out onto Lulu is slowing them down immensely. The stun comes out onto the Slark, but this is a lovely stun onto the Lone Druid by Y.O.S.O, with the epicenter damage as well is huge. But now Falcus is in, using the Dismember, and John Jizzhands is getting incredibly low and will eventually fall, as will Falcus. And I think that was a Lich ult that ripped all the way through, plus the gyro rotation got a lot of damage out. And Y.O.S.O survives on very low HP. 3-for-2 trade. Sitout. I mean, the graph, there is no difference between these two sides, and they're catching up on kills now as well.
Yeah, that was a good fight there for Team Sitout, bringing it even closer, back to some kind of equilibrium. Less than a 1k gold lead now, so it's been brought right down.
Yeah. This, yeah, the Slark, Tiny, and Gyro are actually so close on net worth now. As Gyro walks too far up, Duck T will get the leash out, and Vesper with the damage as well. But Gyro might actually get the kill onto Slark first, but now the cookie out helps to save Duck T, who will use the Dark Pack to bring down the Gyrocopter. This Gyrocopter, they have killed so many times, but every time he is so difficult to kill.
He's dishing out so much damage.
As our constant co-caster, my cat, decided during that fight to stand right in front of my legs, so trying to get the referee to give a foul, I think, by me accidentally walking into her. But there we are. She's moved on now. All she wanted was a shout out. She's gone. She loves the limelight. Right, where were we?
Bottom tower falls.
Yeah, Slark
Team Halo
with the
3.
axe as well now. We'll start to use these double pounces to get in and get out again. Or even better, get in, get a kill, and get in and get another one. Double leaps.
Gyro's almost finished his axe. 300 gold away there. Just needs his point booster to finish that up.
Yeah, we got Blink Sanking, which I think was potentially revealed last fight anyway. But
there's a fight within their triangle.
Yeah, huge damage coming out onto Falcus. But the Snapfire ult from downtown is doing big damage to Ea-nasir, who will get swapped out by Lulu. And the Tiny Toss will try to save Lulu as well, but also do damage to Duck T, who's in the thick of it and will eventually go down. It's a 3-for-3 trade so far, but now the side of the rest of Halo 3's cavalry is here, with John Jizzhands and Vesper on the Snapfire coming up the rear. God, I wish I hadn't said that. Seething will crawl away on very little HP, but the bear will chase down. Eventually, the cookie stun will come out. And I'm so sorry for my turn of phrase there. But John Jizzhands came up the rear? Why did I say that?
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but there's definitely better ways to put that.
That was a team wipe for the side of
wipe.
Halo 3. They got all 5 and exchanged their Slark and Falcus at the start of the fight. So, yeah, big damage.
Despite Sitout doing 2,000 more damage, 3,600 of which was just the gyro.
Yeah.
It's a huge damage from him. Unfortunately, still goes down.
Yeah. Gyro obviously with the Ags now as well. Slark with Ags too. I was just having a little review of the items before that fight started, but there's no time to breathe in this one. Phylactery for Tiny, other key item. Yeah, Y.O.S.O still going for the Bloodstone, I think, on the Sand King. Yeah, Pipe already out for Pudge as well, which will be real nice into this Lich, so can stave off some of that magic damage. It feels a very, very even game and a very brawly game, which is what we love to see.
We do. We do.
As Focus might be caught out here, Lulu at Y.O.S.O will start off with the stun. They'll follow up with a stun from Lulu as well. Now the pipe is popped onto Falcus, which will catch a few of his friendly heroes, and he will be force-staffed away by the Venomancer. The hook now comes out and now gets the Venge on the backlines, who will go down as the Snapfire ult is being pinged left, right, and center, and allows Slark to come in and get Y.O.S.O. So Sand King down as well, 2 down for Sitout, and this fight couldn't be going worse. With the Sentry down as well for Wurzag. His Glimmer Cape will not save him. Goes down as well. And that is 3 dead on the side of Sitout, and it just got out of hand so fast. They had the initiation onto the Pudge, but once he was able to get away, the turnaround hook really caught them out. Oh, yeah.
Another great fight there, as you say, for Team Halo 3. Now they've taken that top tier 2. And they're going to go down and hunt down the other tier 2s, I believe. Take some map control, put some wards up. And start putting the squeeze on the Dire.
Yeah, this is where you feel the game probably could start to get out of hand a little bit. Just a couple of lost fights in a row is all it can take sometimes.
Doesn't take much to snowball, does it?
I've changed the... Oh, no one saw that. I accidentally changed the the preset I had on for the stream to the pre-stream one, so we started the countdown. Right, they are setting up for this mid tower now. With Y.O.S.O trying to de-push the way, but the dust comes out, so we'll have to be very careful. Gets out, but Lulu gets hooked instead. It's a get down, Mr. President sort of play, and now with the root as well from this lone druid, Venge and Lich will both perish, and that will be the tier 2, unable to contest.
That is the dream, isn't it? That's the dream setup for Team Halo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hook to take down one of the supports, pick off another one and get the tower. Can't ask for much more.
Yeah, especially with your tiny gyro splitting the map. This is, I think, what Sitout need to do. Split the side lanes and try and create some space.
Yeah, Tiny will try and push out top lane, try and put some pressure on this tier 1. At least distract them.
Yeah. I think gyro looking for the BKB if possible. Will potentially run into Vesper here. Use the flat cannon.
Does he know he's got friends coming in?
Vesper, yeah, will TP out now, although the cookie could... Oh, lovely play by Vesper, not quite there. Just too long left on the... It's not long enough left on the TP to stop that from coming off. Seething is now putting pressure on this tier 2. As we say, Halo 3 now squeezing the map, putting the pressure on this bot tier 2 as well. We'll start hitting it through the back door, but the creeps are on their way, escorted by Vesper.
Dire trying to put some wards back up into their own jungle.
Yeah, secure some map control, right? Get some
Yeah,
vision.
try and get something back while they're on the right hand side of this map. Try and take something back on the left hand side.
Yeah, and no reason to contest this middle. Oh, Y.O.S.O getting caught out by Duck T in the mid lane as well with leash and damage.
Lich is running away as quickly as he can. After seeing that Slark, I don't blame him.
There are always sentries down. There are always sentries down. That's the second time Y.O.S.O's been unfortunate enough to be caught underneath a sentry placed by Halo 3, as now the bear will start the siege.
Tiny's TP'd back to help. Jaru's not come back yet.
Yeah, between the Lich and the oh, nice hook, not quite landing, but very close to getting Admiral Seething. But yeah, between the Lich and the Tiny, they have quite a bit of D-push. Obviously, can put the shield on the tower to help protect it. But
if you're pushing towers, a Spirit Bear is exactly what you want with Demolish, isn't it? Doing that extra 40%
yeah,
damage to towers.
as the bear will be the subject of quite a bit of damage here, and will eventually go down. We'll be able to resummon, of course, but needs to be then careful for the next 120 seconds. It doesn't get caught out again. Yeah, big damage out onto the tower.
Looks like Radiant are happy just to back off a little bit. Pick off Venge in the jungle.
Yeah.
Smoke up. Put some wards up of their own. Try and take back a little bit of control in their jungle.
Yeah, and this is part of the map squeeze, right? Is that they had to seed a bit of it to Sitout to push that bottom tier 2, but now can move back through after cramping them back into their base with the threat of a high ground push. And now, yeah, move through and squeeze the map, control their jungle a bit, put the pressure back onto them. Gyro is still top of the net worth though, remarkably. He's doing a great job of being able to maximize what he can get out of this.
Yeah, this is the difference between farming kills as a Slark and farming creeps, isn't it, as a Gyro. Gyro's got 240 last hits at the moment.
Halo 3 is currently 69% favoured by Gaben, just for those interested in what Gaben thinks of this game. I'm inclined to agree at the current time, especially with the like I said, the pressure that's being exerted now.
Seem to be eyeing up that top tower, don't they?
Yeah,
see if they can breach high ground.
Next lane with the bear. They have 30 seconds on the bear, so that should be enough time for this one to do some serious damage out. As the dust does come out, So I think that caught Y.O.S.O, but he sat far enough back to not be at risk, and he will help clear this wave as the D push from Sitout is quite huge. Y.O.S.O with a stun back onto Falcus, and now big damage coming out from this the Snapfire ult on the backlines. Lulu is going down as Duck T has breached the base and is on the backlines. Meanwhile, on the front lines, though, the bear will go down along with the lone druid, but they will get the counter kill now onto Admiral Seething. Duck T is in a world of hurt. Got onto the backlines initially and killed the Venge, but won't get anything else and does go down. So good fight and high ground defense there from Sitout. They're cleaning up the 3 cores on the side of Halo 3 and only expending Admiral Seething and Lulu. Yeah, Lulu was unfortunate enough to be caught out by the Slark going in slightly deep there. Whilst the damage output on the front lines, this gyro is doing a massive amount of damage and didn't actually perish this time.
So. No, a triple kill and not dying. It's a great move for him. He's got 3,000 gold just sat in his pocket as well.
Yeah, he just got 2 kill streaks as well, 3 times and a 4 times. So
yeah,
huge for the gyro. That
Sanking has also finished BKB off the back of that fight as well.
Yeah, it's the kind of damage that we've been seeing from bad fights from the gyro. Well, not bad fights, you know, just like sort of he's been caught out and unfortunately perished, but done a lot of damage in this case with the high ground defense, able to stay alive. And you got heroes like Lich and Venge able to you know, keep you alive as best they can.
Yeah. I think he's recognised this as well, and he's obviously most of the way to building Satanic as well.
Yeah,
it should be nice to keep himself alive if he does get caught out.
Yeah,
for a little bit longer until his team can save him.
Yeah, and that fight would have been the BKB reveal as well, so there's also that element to it too.
So the DD can be taken by Slark top, or AD, sorry. Can't say DD anymore.
DD doesn't exist. It's gone.
No.
It's AD only.
Bring it back.
I do think actually the next big item to watch out for is this BKB on the Tiny. Not too far away now. Just over 1,000 gold away. Because if they can withstand the damage in the same way that the gyro did with the BKB in the last fight as well, might be just enough to keep him alive and turn around these fights. But you do feel that Sitout need to avoid being picked off in the way that they had been prior to that high ground defense.
Yeah.
Because that's what led to this map being squeezed so much in the first place. They do have really good vision though. Like if you look across the minimap, it's a lovely little smiley face going on.
There is some great vision up. Now we've got Snapfire building their Lotus as well, which could be nice with a few of Team Sitout stuns and such coming out. That'd be interesting. Slark's finished his Sanjin Yasha now.
Yeah, and they've moved down into the Roche pit. Yeah, Lone Druid. Yeah.
Lone Druid going for his Disperser now.
Orchid, Diffusal, Basher. Yep, Disperser on the way, as you say.
So what do you think Slark's next item's going to be?
Well, you've got BKB queued up.
He has now, yeah. You
would think that's probably a safe bet, especially like into Lich, Sand King, you know, all these different like ways to try and control him up.
I think it's what he found last fight. Was he was controlled up a little bit there. Once his team wasn't there to back him up, he was kind of caught out and couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So that BKB will come in handy.
The Aegis as well will also ensure that he can get in and be a bit more aggressive again. Not too much.
Snapfire's finished Lotus now.
And you will see them pushing up this top lane. In the meantime, Gyro starts to push out top. A big wave pushing into the tower, and the bear heads up to the high ground again. Will get feared up and brought in, stunned up as well, and will go down eventually. So a nice 300 gold there for Wurzag as Falcus with the attempted hook, but doesn't quite land as Sitout wise to it and back off. Now Y.O.S.O will just de-push this wave along with Admiral Seething's cleave from the tree. So doing a good job of keeping their buildings alive inside the base here. As another hook comes out, but unfortunately misses. And now Duck T is here with the Aegis. And the bear is back online. Yeah, just got to be careful for another 100 seconds with the bear. It's not available.
That's the ban, right?
Yeah, pushing out this top lane as well.
Verno just waits, he puts down wards to reveal someone. Hudshot comes out, picks someone off
The
maybe.
bear might go down here. Duck T jumps onto the tiny. It's a bold jump, and we'll have to use the ult to get away. Now the Sanking ult comes out. Nice stun, but doesn't quite land, but does get some epicenter damage. Y.O.S.O pops BKB as well, but Halo 3 looking to disperse and get out. As, yeah, the Lone Druid will TP out. I don't think Lone Druid has a bear anymore for another 70 seconds, so yeah, Halo 3 will have to stop fighting now. Do expend 3 of their big ults, but will get out. As on the sidelines, Duck T finds Y.O.S.O, who will eventually go down, but takes their time, and Admiral Seething's in a bit of trouble here, getting leashed up by the Slark, and will eventually pop. I think that's Falcus who gets that kill, as the counter damage comes out onto the Snapfire, but now Falcus incredibly low. Ea-nasir is wrapped around the back, will BKB up. Duck T, BKB not available currently, so we'll have to be very careful, but does still have Aegis for 2 minutes 41. That fight got so fractured, so hard to keep track of. But yeah, Ea-nasir came in from the back lines, and I think they managed to clear up the Snapfire, but not much else, unfortunately. I think it was just a little bit of a timing issue from what I recall anyway, because the Sanking and the Tiny were in mid lane before their team could wrap around from bot to get involved.
Yeah, we went from a team fight to a kind of picking off one by one. Unfortunately, Tiny did go down. Which is not going to be good for him. But he's got the BKB ready for the next fight.
Yeah. Could have been worth waiting for that BKB to be online before taking the next fight, but remains to be seen. Now they'll set up for this mid push. Y.O.S.O once again dropping down the Sandstorm, and we'll sit at the back trying to avoid the Pudge Hook, which incorrectly predicts the location of the hidden Sand King. Lotus Orb onto the bear. It was the only bear available for 90 more seconds as they look to set up, because they still have the Slark Aegis, so they might be interested, but Slark isn't even there at the moment, so you need to be a bit careful as the bear goes up again. Oh, and Ea-nasir walks too far up, and it's a lovely hook by Falcus, but the swap comes out from Lulu, which is huge, and it gets tossed back out, and now it's big damage coming out from Admiral Seething with the cleave and the toss avalanche, but somehow none of the heroes on the side of Halo 3 go down, but are forced to walk away because of the sheer amount of damage that was output. I think that was the tiny BKB reveal, which is why they knew they couldn't do much damage to him in return. And a lovely little swap out onto the gyrocopter to save him from trouble. And Seething following it up with a toss out as well. Everybody's saving each other.
Lone Druid actually had Eagle Song and the Disperser recipe on him and didn't put it on the bear before that fight started.
Oh no.
Unless he just wants that extra agility for his Druid, I'm not sure, but
yeah. The passive recipe, you know, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
Alright, well, this high ground proving very difficult to breach from the side of Halo 3 at the moment.
So again, they can keep squeezing the map. They can keep trying to get the next item, try again.
Yeah, they will not have the Aegis for the next time, as it will expire in 5 seconds' time.
But that is a Slark BKB. He can afford the BKB now.
Yeah. And it looks like they won't be deterred. They will set up for this bot lane again, as the bear once again walks up. Does get stunned out. Falcus doesn't hit the hook this time. The bear taking a lot of damage and gets 4-staffed in and will go down. So no bear again for 90 seconds, but does now have the disperser on the bear. So it has finally given it over. And once again, this top lane, Halo 3 have done Sitout have done a great job of pushing this out, pressuring this tier 2 tower whilst this bot lane standoff is going on, as they will take their Tormentor exchange.
Shard there for Falcus on the Pudge.
Oh, it looks like the hook from the other angle, but unfortunately doesn't quite come through, and now they will TP the Lone Druid down to the top lane.
They collect their Wisdom Rune and D-push that top lane. Meanwhile, The rest of the team needs to just back off a little bit, make sure they don't get caught out. What's Ea-nasir? Looking like he's finished his Daedalus now. Looking at a butterfly next. Now we're going to be very quickly looking at a 5 and 6 slotted gyro here. He's 4k clear on the net worth chart.
Yes, he's farming incredibly well on the gyrocopter. I mean, it helps as well.
Ooh.
9 kills despite the 7 deaths. Falcus looking for a hook again, doesn't quite land. They were there for the follow-up, but they will reset again.
Now Bear's back up. He causes Bear interaction. They're ready to try again.
Yeah, they want this this pudge hook. This pudge hook sets everything up for them, right? Because they can,
Yeah.
you know, that's the strategy, is to try and clear, try and pull a hero out of position, and use that to your advantage to breach the high ground. As they were in the bot lane, I think they had found the Slark, but I don't think they had the means to kill him, so he has got out of that one. Now they will set up in the top lane, which looks to be the target for Halo 3. Although it might be worth faking this one out a little bit and looking top, but then pushing in mid, because the Sandstorm can't move. Although he does get Y.O.S.O this time, so it does go down. Nice swap out by Lulu again, and now the 4-staff away. But there will be follow-up damage from the Mortimer's Kiss is coming out. Y.O.S.O has to BKB to try and get out, as Jizhan's getting low in the middle for Seething. But now Wurzag has got jumped on by Duck T and will go down. Y.O.S.O sacrifices his life to get the epicenter off, which is doing big damage on the backlines. And Duck T is once again a bit isolated in, but Seething being pulled back in by Falcus on the Pudge will go down as well. And they will need triple buybacks here, with Gyro being able to retreat on very low HP. They do get the tower in this top lane eventually. Do they have anything left on the side of Sitout to be able to get anything from this? There's no... As Seething jumps in onto Falcus, but I think we'll come to regret that action. Pudge Hook just misses. Dodges slightly to the left. Little sidestep action gets him out of that one. 3 buybacks and the tier 3, Halo 3, finally breached the high ground. They're now quite a few kills ahead and 22 K in the lead. God, I can't talk today.
Nearly perfect, but that was a great fight there for Halo 3. They got exactly what they wanted. They didn't let the gyro just stand there and hit them. Slark was forcing them back. Let the rest of the teams finish off the others. Exactly what they wanted, like you say, forced out the buybacks. And now they can regroup and look to either get in the racks top or potentially going to one of the other lanes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so sorry, James. I just had a sixth sense you were in the chat, you know. My apologies. God, the whole fight absolutely fine. Slowing down at the end. 23k lead now, you know.
Smoke comes out, we see the Pudge.
Yeah, this will be a good
Avalanche
pick if they can get it. Oh, the blade mail's huge actually. That's dealing a lot of damage back onto Ea-nasir, but won't be enough. Does go down in the end, and that is a 3 kill streak as well. Again onto the gyrocopter. He is getting large and in charge, but they will have to play carefully because of the lack of buybacks at the present time.
No, who have we got that's got? Veno's got buyback, Slark, Gyro, and Venge. The others do not have gold for various reasons. Obviously, Gyro is the big one, so as long as they've got a Gyro, they've got a chance.
Yeah,
they've got to be looking at it right now. And obviously, close to 6 minutes left for Tiny, Sand King, and Lich. Another smoke comes out mid.
Yeah, I think Sitout not content to just sit around, especially with the Pudge down, gives them an opportunity. I think they might know that this Roche is what Halo 3 will be looking for. They might be able to take an advantageous fight whilst the Pudge isn't alive, although maybe they were expecting to find them in the triangle because they seem to have stalled around here. They will now know that the Roche is going down. So let me just 2 seconds. I lost the Twitch stream there.
And Roshan.
Yeah, they were actually trying to contest
All
this
the way down.
Roche, but Y.O.S.O has had the BKB. As will go down
Roche go
uncontested
down.
in the end, as they smoke up on the side of Halo 3, and now will start to make their way back up. See if they can find anything as Sitout are on the retreat. Wurzag uses the 4-star to get out of there.
Slug's found a Lich.
Yeah, it does find him,
Kisses
and
come
now the
out.
kisses aren't quite hitting, and they don't have detection for him with the. But now will go down eventually, or will he? Is still making the escape away. The leap comes out again, and now the counter stun comes out from Y.O.S.O, but Wurzag does eventually perish. Doesn't have buyback, remember? Did buyback on the last
they get the
fight.
Sanking
But they
too.
hook the Sanking in, and if Sanking goes down, that's him dead for 105. They're missing 2 key heroes on the side of Sitout now. And this, with the Aegis on Slark, could be the high ground breached once again for Halo 3. As you're absolutely right, I am getting Windows error messages. So that's one for me to sort midway through this game. My apologies if anyone got debated by that one, as they are just running at them now. So Ducty is in, misses the leash onto anybody, but now the bear will just run at the gyrocopter, who's still doing a crazy amount of damage despite being rooted and feared up. And will eventually... Oh, it gets hexed, actually. That's a lovely little bit. But Seething is back in. Blinks in. Big avalanche toss. Ea-nasir doing huge amounts of damage, but is not living. The Satanic has come out, but is barely outliving the damage as Ducty eventually gets the kill. Gyro does have the buyback. Lulu fighting for their lives. Will eventually get the Slark, but that's only one death. As Admiral Seething now dies for a second time. That is another dieback, and now it's all on this Gyrocopter Venge combo. That's all they have left on the side of Sitout, as Wurzag does respawn, but they will lose a lane of racks. And yeah, the Gyrocopter buyback does save the game, you would say, at this particular point.
You'd think so. There's still that hefty 33,000 gold, 32,000 now lead. It's slipping further and further.
Yeah, and with the tiny deads, you would think Halo 3 won't wait around too long to push back in once again. But they now know they have a complete buyback advantage. Against Sitout, with all of theirs being up and Sitout having none remaining.
Now they just need to pick their time, I think. Pick their time to breach again. See what they can do. Slug's still hanging around. He has got an AD. So if anyone pushes up too far, you might find him.
Yeah, he's looking into the spot lane. I think he's going to run right into them, but he will run into the Gyrocopter, which might not be ideal.
Gyro's just got his BKB back up.
They've scanned out that someone's up there. I think Duck Team might have a look. Have a
Ooh,
look
he
here, but
doesn't
it is on his
have
own.
either,
Now
are they?
goes into Ea-nasir, who does pop the BKB instantly to break the leash, so will get away. And does have the butterfly online as well. So that was the next item coming out. We'll replace the Falcon Blade with it. There are calls in the chat for the Rapier to be bought by the Gyrocopter, which could turn this game. But we'll have to save up the gold for it. Doesn't have to worry about buyback as it's already expended. So we'll see.
Gold is a long way away, isn't it? Only 500 gold he's got there. He's going for the Ag's Blessing to free up a slot. You got to look with BKB down for another minute. This is surely the perfect time to push.
Y.O.S.O, oh, just
Comes out.
dodges the hook again. Yeah, Sitout now forced to wait for this next push to come out. You would think it would come quite soon from Halo 3, as once again, as we said before, no buybacks available, although Tinies and Sankings will be available in about 40 seconds time, so...
Oh, Gyro's hooked.
Oh, it's a huge hook in this lane. Lulu with a lovely swap out, probably will expend their life instead, does go down to save the Gyro.
But that is kisses down. Gyro's BKB is almost back up. 6 seconds on that.
And the bear is back in top lane. So the creep wave gets cleared, but now with the dust coming out from the bear, although Seething will toss the Sand back away. Ducty is in deep, but gets hooked back by the Fudge to save his life. And now they are in onto this Slark. Huge damage coming out, and now the Gyro and the Sand King blinks in onto the back lines. Gyro getting very low, but now pops the BKB Satanic, so we'll heal back up as Y.O.S.O's getting dismembered on the back lines as well. BKB's out, but too late, and will go down. Does have buyback now because it is off cooldown, and the same for Seething as well. So we'll have it available as the lone druid goes down as well. Sand now buys back. Duck T with no longer has the Aegis, so needs to output all the damage he can because he's not coming back this time. Seething will go down, does have buyback, but Ea-nasir definitely doesn't. So if he goes down here, that's 125 seconds without the gyrocopter, so it's a real tough ask now, as that is the biggest core. And good game, well played is called. So GG out from Team Sitout, who just didn't have enough. 45k advantage in the end. 52 kills to 25. Halo 3 soundtrack take game 1. In the end, pretty emphatically, but it was a very close game for a long period of time. And this best of 3, they are 1-0 up, so have the advantage.
That was a great game, wasn't it? Brawling from the very start. And we didn't expect that, did we? But the comfort picks clearly has worked for them there.
Yeah.
They liked it, and, you know, they played really well. They did play really well.
So let's see on the old damage stats then. What have we got? I want to see how much damage. Yeah, this gyrocopter did 82k damage in this game. It's absolutely outrageous numbers. So I'll leave it to you for game 1. Who would you give your MVP of this game to? Bear in mind we have potentially 2 more to go.
MVP, well, it's a tough one, isn't it? It's a tough one. The Slug had a lot of great plays. I mean, look at them, 24 and 17. Didn't really do much wrong, to be honest. Had those early kills, and he was just a threat the whole game. But then you had the Pudge, comes out with many good hooks, which, to be honest, was the reason why they won so many fights, wasn't it? They get that Pudge hook, pick off 1, and they've only got 4 left, and kind of start rolling them. But, you know, from the losing side, Ea-nasir, I think it definitely gets some commendation there, just for the fight you put up alone.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. So we have potentially 2 more games to go, but Halo 3 soundtrack are currently 1-0 up in this best of 3. We are going to take a quick 2-minute break whilst we get back into the lobby, refresh drinks and all sorts, so we will see you in a minute. But yeah, don't go anywhere. Game 2 is just right around the corner. Right, hello everybody, we are back. We are back. Just to remind everybody, we are in a best of 3 in the upper bracket at the moment. And Halo 3 versus Team Sitout. Halo 3 took game 1 pretty convincingly in the end, but Team Sitout did put up a good fight, so we could be in for quite the carnage, quite the even game 2. We are back in to the lobby. We will get the draft for game 2 as soon as we can. In the meantime, and we were pleased to know that once again, John has lost more of his beans in a bet in the chat. So
you're great to see it. John has the worst luck, as he says there with the coin tosses in GTI.
Yeah, I think we didn't win a single one, did we? Or
no.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we won a single one. Which the odds of that are pretty insane.
Can't remember how many games we actually played in the end, but yeah, losing every single one was kind of crazy.
John reckons something like 7 in a row. Pretty crazy.
Unreal. And I remember in a different tournament where John stood in for FGF that he stood in for FGF and we'd won every coin toss and we lost. We lost that coin toss. So as soon as John entered our team, it was just like coin toss luck, just out the window.
He's a man that defies all the odds. I just put that one in 128 chance.
Yeah.
Less than a 1% chance. Crazy.
Toffee, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. I'm assuming the best of one has concluded. If anyone who's come from that game wants to update me on what the outcome was, that would be great. I'd love to see that. I believe that was LL3 versus, or LL cubed versus Breaking Baps, I think. LLL3 won the game, so unfortunately Breaking Baps appear to be eliminated. Commiserations. To update those who've just jumped over, Toffee, thank you very much for raiding, much appreciated. Those who are just jumping over, Halo 3 Soundtrack are currently 1-0 up in this series, and we just are ready for the draft for Game 2, so you're just on time to see Game 2. So, let's see if we have similar things last time. But this is the same first ban for Halo 3, with the Spirit Breaker being banned out.
The Slark has been banned. They didn't want to see that again.
Yeah.
And the Pudge banned again.
Just,
this time, sorry.
Full respect ban so far for Sitout.
Bad dudes banning someone now.
Clockwork banned out.
Yeah, I think for Halo 3 this is a similar pattern to the first game. Medusa eliminated as well.
We are forcing something different, which is nice, because we've got to look at Halo 3 now, and what is it they're going to do? After they've got other comfort picks, they're going to go for that, or they're going to go for a more traditional draft, maybe?
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'll have to see. Yeah, it was yeah. It felt like a very crazy draft, but it was definitely, like
Definitely worked.
yeah, very effective.
Radiant team pick.
Hoodwink ban as well. I think that
Drow
was the same
banned.
as last time as well.
Yeah, Hoodwink was, I think it's fairly similar bands, like I say, Drow band. First pick.
Witch
Witch
Doctor.
Doctor.
So that is the hero that I think makes it through instead. One of Halo 3's popular heroes. Has a pretty good win rate actually in this tournament. 12 games, 66% win rate. You can't sniff at that. Nice,
No, not at all.
nice hero. Favoured by GFG Braxy as well. So you know we've had a Pudge in game 1 and we got a Witch Doctor game 2. So
It's really is the Braxy series so far.
I'll be sending him the VOD to study.
If there's a game 3, he'll have nothing left to play. Maybe this could inspire his next hero he learns.
Green teams banning someone.
And they reply with Avenge again. I mean, to be honest, despite being on the losing side, you have to say that Avenge was particularly effective in that game as well. You got some really nice swap saves coming out.
Yeah, agreed. There's a lot of good defensive swaps came out. It's just a very versatile hero, isn't it? And it's seen with their win rate.
Yeah.
This hero.
So
Shadow Fiend banned again.
5
yeah,
seconds remaining.
that hero does a nutty amount of damage, as I found out to my own cost in in Tit Warbler's last game. I laned against an SF and crikey. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say.
Dire team banned.
Crikey.
Dragonite banned again, although in an earlier phase.
Yeah. I'm guessing something Sitout. Yeah. Not sure actually. I don't have it written down for Sitout. It might be just afraid of a similarly beefy lad.
It's just a very comfortable hero, isn't it? Again, you can take it mid if you want to, take it safe lane.
Yeah.
TA banned. So I think that was a favoured comfort pick. I think someone was saying earlier.
Oh, right. So it's a respect ban in terms of a certain player's hero pool. Yeah. God, there are so many bans before you pick like any heroes, right? Look at this. This is crazy. When you look at it like this, it is insane. When you're sat
It is
in the
a lot of
draft,
heroes,
it doesn't
yeah.
feel weird, but it looks kind of weird. Disruptor pick.
Disruptor.
Yeah, so chat coming through, like you said, Duck T, big TA player. So that's the respect ban. Okay, Disruptor. So again, a bit of control with the old swaps, glimpses, traps, these kinds of things. That's what they're looking for in this game so far. And the axe comes out. Alright. Yeah, this is up there. Halo 3's favourite heroes as well. Yeah, I was looking at Hoodwink and Axe were two preferred. 59% win rate for Axe in this tournament, 17 games so far. Again, this is prior to the best of one series that has just concluded, so you never know. They might have picked any of these heroes. And they get to pick another now, so that you would say Axe probably 3.
You'd think so.
Witch Doctor most likely 5, but could potentially go 4. It could be a little bit, might be a weaker 4, but.
So how would you like the Disruptor over the Lich that they had in the last game?
I think it's kind of the same principle, right? Is you're trying to get a hero that can bring someone back. Well, obviously the Lich has the Sinister Gaze. This has Glimpse. I mean, I feel like Disruptor as a hero can probably do more. Potentially, although Lich with the ult and things like that is quite a high damage. Quite high damage.
Yeah, less damage, but you've got that mute that comes out, and you've got a lot more control. If you're sending people back is always fun.
Yeah.
But Snapfire comes out. So that's another same pick. Slardar.
Yes. So this Slardar is one of these heroes that's been really favoured and won a lot of games in this tournament. So has 15 games, 73% win rate, and is definitely one of the favoured heroes of the tournament, I would say, in terms of win rate to games ratio. I mean, you know, you can talk about, for example, Luna and Clockwork as being like some of the most picked. Speaking of which,
There it is.
here comes the Luna, right on cue.
Get a similar kind of hero to Gyro, farms fast, which is always nice. So it's a little bit more of a settled draft this time. Not picking the P1 first. From Team Halo. Be interesting to see what they come out here.
Yeah, they've also got the advantage, right, of having the game in the pocket. So they are but one game away. Obviously, you don't want to take 2 opportunities to do that, but they have the fullback if they need to.
Bloodseeker.
Bloodseeker is.
Wow.
So,
One of your old heroes from
yeah, way back when it was broken.
10 years ago or something.
Yeah, literally almost 10 years ago, you'd probably say. That's how long
Is that still your most picked hero?
I think it is, because we played so much turbo mode that I think Bloodseeker still sits at the top of my list, although it has been a while. Undergone many changes, so, well, not that many, but a few changes since then.
Has really.
So yeah, one of my most played back in the day. It was really broken then, though. It was that and like Lesh mid and Sniper. God, it was an awful time.
And also we didn't have opponents that knew to stop running when they got ruptured.
That is
probably
true.
helped.
Definitely helped. Alright, they banned the Tiny out, so Halo 3 actually respect banning the Tiny, which did do a lot again in the last game. But Gyrocopter's still in there, but obviously Sitout have already taken the Luna. And Arc Warden Morphling ban. Interestingly, Morphling, one of 2 heroes that haven't been picked in the tournament yet. Have been banned, but haven't been picked.
Oh, really? Which is the other?
The other one, I believe, is I.O, which has only been banned as well. If I just have a look. Although that might... Maybe I'm wrong with that, actually. Oh, no, yeah. I.O and Morphling. Obviously, Kez and Ringmaster not available to the teams. So, yeah. Morphling and I.O, the 2 heroes who have been banned but not picked. We're just waiting on the last ban for Halo 3 now. Yeah, Arc Warden obviously another one to avoid. Void Spirit ban from Halo 3.
Dire team pick.
Storm. So yeah,
Spirit.
carry Bloodseeker then. Storm Spirit in the middle lane. Interestingly, obviously banning out from Sitout, banning out the Arc Warden Morphling, perhaps thinking the Bloodseeker might be middle lane. Unsure. Unsure if that's even a thing anymore. Like I say, back when I played it, it definitely was, and it was brutal times. And here's the Necrophos. We mentioned it in Game 1's draft. Admiral Seething Classic, the Necrophos. Necrophos, another hero, has 80% win rate over 10 games, so 8 out of 10 games won. Right, we're into the draft. My turn to ask you this time. Who do you favour for Game 2 between Halo 3 and Sitout?
Based off Game 1, I'm tempted to go with Halo 3 soundtrack. Based off that, they've got the Snapfire back, which was very effective last time. But I'm gonna go for Team Sitout. Let's go for the Game 3. But as someone's just said, there isn't a lot of control for the Storm.
Yeah, that is the difficulty.
The issue.
Yeah, I'm finding it hard to look past the Storm, but ready to be proven wrong. I have a tendency to get the wrong team, so important to bear that in mind. Right, let me start off the predictions if I can.
I'm just fully here for Game 3.
Yeah. So I will back Halo 3 soundtrack, because if I back them and I'm normally wrong, we get a Game 3, right? So that's how it works.
And that's what we want.
Okay. Right. Hopefully that predictions went through okay. I'm new.
I think so. It's pretty one-sided so far.
Okie dokie. Right. There were some early engagements last time, so let me make sure I get everything set up and ready first, and then run through the teams as quickly as possible. Right. Back on the dire side for Game 2 is Team Sitout, who are 1-0 down. They have this time Ea-nasir playing the carry Luna, Y.O.S.O playing Slardar, Lulu playing Vengeful Spirit once again, Wurzag playing Disruptor, and Seething playing mid Necrophos. And conversely, on Halo 3, we have Duck T playing Bloodseeker, we have Crazy Ads playing Witch Doctor, Falcus playing Axe, Vesper on the Snapfire once again, and John Jizzhands, first of his name, on the Storm Spirit. As it looks like this time there was no need for me to rush, because they are both just defending their own high ground.
Playing a little bit safer this time.
So we got some time.
30 seconds.
I think the true way to find out who's going to win this game is actually see who John's gone for, and then obviously it'll be the other team that'll win.
That is a good point. At least we have bets for both sides, so it's not going to be a one-sided bet. Shout out to I think it was Matey who won one of the biggest swings of beans we've ever seen here on the Scotty channel. So congratulations for that the other day. So there we are. So looks like those predictions are closed, and both teams settling for just the 2 runes each, and we'll settle down into the lanes. It was a 4 Witch Doctor, but obviously they played the Snapfire on Vesper last time in the safe lane. It was pretty effective, so running it back, it'll be this Venge versus Snapfire off-lane support battle once again. Both doing a large amount of damage. Both defending melee cores that will probably take a lot of damage from each other.
I mean, looking at Bloodseeker, I think he's going to enjoy this lane a little bit more, because he can heal up. Off the creeps a little bit.
Yeah, Slardar's going to have a time trying to get any kind of significant last hits without taking too much damage, although the wave is in a real nice place to start with already. The offlaner just misses out on that last hit. Vesper and Lulu really battling it out. Lulu forced back by the Blood Rite. Will get tagged by it in the end, and does get silenced up. As a sort of half pull comes off of them here, but doesn't quite complete.
Ping's coming in top. There's not a lot going on.
Yeah. I feel we could be in for a bit more of a static start to the game, although I said that last game as well, and I was ultimately wrong. Middle lane, I don't know if there's going to be too much going on here. I mean, this is a Necrophos we're talking about, so even if old John Jizzhands here had enough damage, Seething can heal it up pretty fast.
I think it's just a hit 6 and see what they can do elsewhere.
Yeah. And we'll see whether the chat was right and it is as free a Storm game as they anticipated.
Venge got caught again by the Blood Rite, is it called?
Yeah, that's
That's when you have Blood Rite. Caught by that again. He's a little bit low, having to back off.
as the pull comes out as well in the safe lane, so just chilling out.
So last hit wise mid, we've got Storm Spirit has got a little bit of an advantage there. Where's she going?
But in terms of HP, is suffering a touch. Doesn't bottle must be on its way out on the courier now, as I miss first blood in the bot lane. Of course I do. Vesper taking a bit of damage, but Y.O.S.O going down on the Slardar. So first blood is taken, and yeah. So
if it makes you feel any better, just like last game, we both missed it. I was too busy looking at mid and their items. This is why we need to employ a cameraman or camera woman.
Indeed, would be nice and useful. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a slow start. Both teams content to farm what they can. Luna once again opening up onto quite a significant advantage on the CS chart so far, followed by the free cores. It's Slardar really who's having the worst time at the moment, just struggling to get any kind of control, especially with the damage from the Snapfire. So now needs to be careful again. This does get denied out by Ducty. Y.O.S.O and Ducty will exchange some damage. Lulu is going to get caught out by the Blood Rite once again. Doesn't do quite enough damage. Ducty, after the stun though, does take a lot. And now both sides need to be careful, because they could lose a hero unnecessarily here, when both could just walk away and get out for free. And eventually Lulu does back away. Y.O.S.O is still quite far up, but Ducty will heal a touch. We'll see somebody low, which will be, I believe, Lulu. So we'll see the Venge backing off, although it's now above the threshold. A little bit of damage. I was concerned there that, like last game, the Bloodseeker was going to overcommit, as Slark did under the tower a couple of times. But Ducty this time just content getting some damage out, as my Windows is having a good time right now. Apologies once again.
What was the fight top? Ea-nasir taking some damage.
Yeah,
he's going to get back under his tower.
Yeah, we'll get the last hit to clear that extra bit of damage from the old Battle Hunger.
Storm getting quite low, with Necro almost hitting 6.
Bongo's come out again from Crazy Ads. Ea-nasir getting a little bit low in this top lane, although Wurzag will be the recipient of the Battle Hunger this time. Oh, and the mid lane, just in time to catch it. Seething doesn't quite get the kill with the ult, but I believe the Death Pulse comes out afterwards. Meanwhile, top lane, Falcus goes down, so Sitout getting 2 kills across the map on 2 cores. But do trade Ea-nasir in the end as well. But Seething can now put pressure on this mid-tier 1 as well.
Now, interestingly, last time bottom lane was the Brawly lane, but actually getting less from this time.
Yeah, I think.
They haven't hit their quota yet. Their brawling quota for the game.
Yeah. Meanwhile, top lane, Alcus happy to get some spins out onto Ea-nasir where possible.
So he's not going to be upset about that, is he?
Yeah, with the Witch Doctor level 4,
Comes
level
out.
2 Maledict, this could be big damage onto Ea-nasir. With the Maledict pop, I think Ea-nasir is not long for this world. Will eventually go down. Crazy Ads with the kill. And Bloodseeker will be moving quickly. Would have been moving quickly for a while. As the cookie comes out onto Lulu, but the counter stun onto Y.O.S.O. From Y.O.S.O. onto Duck T stops the initiation from the Bloodseeker, who is still rather fast. So both will get out with a couple of stuns to just control Duck T and stop him from advancing onto the Avenge. As Wurzag's courier does perish. Falcus going behind the tower to find that one. As Ea-nasir TP'd in, I believe, last time around, so had to smoke up and run back to lane, which isn't ideal for your Luna. As we have a pause for some lag. So let us see.
So looking at the graph, there is a just over 1k advantage for the Radiant at the moment. Gaben reckons 52% chance. So, you know, he's not convinced yet. Not convinced just yet. Last hit wise, you now got Necro overtaking the Storm just about, but obviously he also has that kill in his pocket. Bloodseeker picking up some good last hits, 36 and 10 denies to Luna's 31 and 6. I think who are we going again? Anyone like the B movie? It's a great question.
I accidentally flipped between different things. My bad.
The big difference, obviously, Axe the 33 last hits and Teslada's only 21.
Yeah, having a much nicer lane up top is Falcus than his counterpart on Team Sitout.
Again, it's kind of what we would have expected. Got some great B movie chat here. Great movie, but does make you question: should B and human relationships be encouraged? I'm not sure. Not sure about that.
We can continue the movie later. I do look forward to it. Okay, settle back in. Falcus will receive a stun, a bit of damage from the Disruptor, but these bongos are huge, and it's a double Maledict play, and Ea-nasir could be going down again here as they're rotating around Admiral Seething, who does have the ult and will take down Falcus instead, so it is a 1-for-1 trade. They do lose their Luna once again in this off lane. Off lane? Top lane. Words are hard.
Yeah, it's a nice rotation, doesn't quite save his Luna, but he does pick up that permanent stack for Reaper's Scythe.
Yeah,
Luna's going to TP in mid.
Yeah, it might be a little switch up going on just because
there.
This is a tough lane for the Luna into the Axe, as Y.O.S.O getting low bottom lane, but we'll get the bash off onto Duck T. All the heroes in this lane are low, so Duck T is absolutely flying around as John Jizzhands with the haste coming in, gets the damage out onto Y.O.S.O, but does get stunned up, but now the Bloodright and Falcus is here as well with the dunk. 4 heroes bottom lane. Falcus here actually farming these creeps ahead of the Bloodseeker, who could heal up from them. Interesting maneuver. But did come in and get the kill, so it's like, yoink, this is my lane now, I'm having that.
Marcus commandeered this.
This is my lane. I'm getting the kills.
That is the privilege of being the captain, right?
Yeah, exactly. Step
Make
aside.
the calls. Now, Ea-nasir, though, is enjoying a little bit more free farm. Dropped into the jungle. Almost hit 6.
Yeah, well,
Witch Doctor, meanwhile, has picked up 6. So we're waiting to use that.
they do have Rupture available on Bloodseeker, which they now use onto Y.O.S.O, who will start to run away. We'll take a chunk of damage from it, but now that now the Snapfire ult comes out and Y.O.S.O can not do anything, can run and get ruptured and give the kill to the Bloodseeker, or stand and give the kill to Vesper on the Snapfire, and it's 2 deaths for Sitout. That's the combo I feel like they were looking for.
Yeah.
Last game they had the Slark with the cookie for the stun Dark Pact in the lane, and this time when they both hit 6.
We missed as well. The Witch Doctor
The Wish
Picking up.
Is that a
picking up
solo
Luna
kill?
Without the Death Ward, yeah. Just bongos and Maledicts used there. Must have been walking around a little bit low in the jungle. Maybe caught up next to a jungle creep, maybe.
Yeah, and gets the kill. I mean, the new offlaner, Crazy Ad, stepping up. Oh,
Okay.
Falcus is back to reclaim his lane, but he's actually a level behind his his support counterpart thanks to that
This is
solo
the
kill.
plan, maybe. Who knows? Why have
He
a
didn't even
P3
drop
and
the
P4
ult.
when you have... No.
They're not needed to kill the Luna.
I mean, Maledicts bongos is all you need.
There's Luna now level 6 as well, with the 3 points in Lucent Beam, so kind of a large damage coming out from Ea-nasir, especially if one of these heroes gets caught alone. As yeah, they've reverted back to normal laning procedure. As nice, oh, and the call with the ult. It's a lovely counter ult from Wurzag, and it will get the axe in the end. But Ea-nasir will still pop to the Witch Doctor Maledict, and Crazy Ads will try and run away, but it will give up the 3 killing spree to Wurzag, and that was a nice disruptor ult, rotating
great
in,
disruptor ult, and another nice rotation there.
and another
For
stack
Necro as well.
for the scythe. Exactly.
That's it. Stack them up.
We have we have stacks for axe, and we have stacks for the
Stacks for
Necro.
Storm as well.
Yeah.
Necro.
Crazy. Right.
So exciting.
So you'd say again, early advantage Halo 3's way once again, but Sitout far from out of it.
Bloodlight goes down.
Yeah, and now this will be the
Rupture goes
combo
down,
once
Outhunter
again, and
goes
there's
down,
nothing
Beast's coming
Y.O.S.O
out.
can do here. Stun does come out onto the Axe, but Axe will eventually run up and get the dunk. Wurzag TP's into the call and to a bit of a Mortimer's Kiss, exactly. We'll get the trap out in the end, but the bongo's ripping between them. And now the cookie comes out, but not quite in range. Stun out and glimpse back from Falcus. Bloodseeker will be moving quite quickly now, but won't look for anything. Luna comes back around. Falcus in the chat wants to dunk. Get this man to the NBA stat. As yeah, middle lane. The 2 mids are wandering down. This could be another brawl. The Invis rune picked up for John Jizz Hands here. And Seething stopping to farm the camp, but is in the area in case there's a go. And the Storm might want to
very
set
close
something
to
up.
his Radiance as well.
Storm just TP's out. Goes top lane. Wants that farm.
He's still a long way off Orchid, whereas Necro is very close to his Radiance now.
Yeah, Necro
600 or so gold,
has
500 gold.
done a great job of picking up a lot of CS, and obviously taking his tier 1 tower mid lane as well.
Currently got a 1k advantage over the rest of the players.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
If you're Necro, you want to make the most of this.
Yeah, although he might be being set up onto mid. Falcus not yet with the Blink Dagger, just with the Blade Mail. We'll get the Battle Hunger out, but will not slow him down enough for Crazy Ads to get in range for the Bongos Maledict combo. So we'll be able to just walk away.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over
As
soon.
yeah, Storm pushing his top lane as well.
TP's coming in bottom. Death Ward goes down.
Yeah, Y.O.S.O once again is going to pop. Going to be in big trouble here from the Maledict. The last tick of Maledict takes him down. Seething is down here. Falcus will get stunned away because he is within range of the Scythe. And the Scythe comes out and does take down the axe in return. So both off-laners down. Vesper trapped up, but the Bloodright is out. Which is, they managed to dodge, apart from the Venge once again getting caught. And now the Bongos rip through the team. The 2 supports getting stunned up. And Seething is just looking for whatever he can get, but not quite in range to get anything out onto Vesper to secure that kill. So a 1-for-1 trade in the end. And both offlaners go down.
Slada's looking towards a Storm. Don't think he's going to catch him. While he's got Ball Lightning up.
Bad dudes did something really evil and owned their own top tower.
I did like as well in that fight with bottom of the Death Ward, the jungle creep stepped out to try and save Slada's life. They tanked a few of the Death Ward hits, which was nice actually. It's nice to see the Stephanie doing their bit.
But then I did see that obviously Y.O.S.O knew they were going to die, and so used the stun on the last creep in the camp. So for all that effort that the neutrals, you know, put their lives on the line for him, and he just takes them down in the end. As his last act, he's like, "No, you will die with me." We'll go down.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. So
Slada's getting close to his blink. 500 gold off for that. He's just up top. Necros has got his radiance, as we said. So he's ready to accelerate his farm.
Yeah.
Disrupt's having a looking around. He's got himself a cloak.
Yeah,
He's got his Maelstrom.
yeah.
Maelstrom might go for BKB next.
Yeah, they ultimately, I think, from Sitout want to buy as much time for this Luna as possible. As we saw with the Gyro last game, the more time they bought, the more damage he was doing. So it will hopefully help as Seething is running down crazy ads here, but then will give up the chase as he does see the Storm in the area and also Falcus. As I miss another kill bottom lane, as it looks like they caught out Ea-nasir, potentially farming this ancient
Yeah, he's farming the ancients.
and gets Mortimer's Kisses on. And now top lane, Y.O.S.O in big trouble here. Does get the stun out onto Falcus, which will delay the call, which does come out, and now the dunk will come out. Admiral Seething getting caught out by the bongos. Maledict is just bouncing in between him and this Carty and not allowing him to get any kind of return damage out. So we'll be forced to walk away. Still under the effects of Maledict, so we'll take a couple or one more tick as it turns out. And yeah, Y.O.S.O just getting caught. So two heroes just getting caught out across the map for Sitout there. Just need to be very careful stepping up into different areas of the map.
So far, Ea-nasir is having a tough game, going for his Manta style, or their Manta style.
Yeah,
But you know,
I think also
long game.
I do feel like you've got to call out that there's this ward here, because there's definitely a ward on that. If you get if you get like Snapfire ulted from there, he's going to de-ward it himself. Fair enough.
Yeah,
a bit of extra gold, lovely stuff. Top lane, little setup potentially coming out. As there's multiple heroes from both sides around in this area. Looks like Necro Illusion is being used to walk forwards as Wurzag does just spot Falcus out, but I don't think is in range for... Oh, is in range for the glimpse, but doesn't want to glimpse him back. So they will back off and let them escape. Potentially a glimpse opportunity available in that particular... Might not have been able to see him. It's the only thing. Might have been just out of vision. Yeah, this
Falcus has now picked up Blink Dagger, so that's the initiation they wanted, along with the Blade Mail. Wurzag just watching, smoked up. Gonna go on to the Venge top.
Yeah, top lane Venge.
It's gonna be a fairly easy pick.
And a nice dunk. Yeah, drop the Death Ward is an interesting one.
Death Ward came out. Wurzag and others didn't want any part of that, which I don't blame them. Some tips coming out.
Oh, as bottom lane, yeah. The Storm is trapped bot lane and will get ulted. So post tip.
There we go. The counter tip.
You know what? I deserve that. 4 counter tips in return. As the Storm runs out of mana, can't escape. Cannot escape. So yeah, we'll go down. That's another stack. And Admiral Seething 5-0 right now.
So having a good game.
As Y.O.S.O once again gets ruptured and the Mortimer's Kisses once again come out and will be chased down. Seething does come in with the shard, but doesn't quite have the follow-up. Bloodseeker will just run away from that one.
Bloodseeker has actually swapped out from BKB to Sanjin Yasha as well.
Yeah, that's not too afraid of this magic damage so far. Falcus will be scouted out by Lulu. I don't know if this is the hero they want to set up onto. Although Wurzag with the glimpse could pull somebody back, but not quite in the range. Again, I think a lack of vision in the night time is limiting the opportunity to glimpse at the moment. Seething walks up. And yeah, I guess sit out the side, no fight yet. This is certainly a more significant lead for Halo 3 than they had in the last game at this particular point.
Yeah.
So it does feel a bit more, but I think this Luna has been picked a lot in this tournament for a reason, and once the Luna is online, it can become quite unstoppable.
That's it. I mean, if you look at Luna's start they've had, they're only 700 golds behind. It shows what Luna can do when he's given a little bit of free space. So, you know, 065 on Luna. Just about got their Manta as well. So why don't we start split pushing lanes.
Yeah, it's
start doing some damage.
There's this Slardar that's had a really tough time. Is 7-0 unfortunately, and just 0-7 sorry. Unfortunately, just had a really difficult lane. And it's not got much easier with the rupture. Every time Y.O.S.O looks to run away with as Slardar, which is one of mobility key part of the hero, just gets ruptured and then altered by the Snapfire, and nothing they can do about it, unfortunately.
That's it. You got to look at Admiral Seething. Seems to be the one keeping him in it at the moment with the 5 kills. Currently flawless. 5 kills, 1 assist.
Yeah.
Top on the net worth chart for now. Although Bloodseeker's trying to change that, and just has changed that.
Might have to play a little cheeky Bloodseeker game at some point.
Bring it back.
Revisit my most played hero.
Do a Bloodseeker Snapfire lane.
Yeah, sounds good.
So fun with that.
It looks pretty brutal as Admiral Seething now gets ruptured instead, and there's big damage coming out from the Blood Right. Plus that, the swap will come out. And Admiral Seething has to be very careful. Can't walk too far, and now will pop, and that's a 5 kill streak going the way of the the Snapfire in the end. As the Luna now comes in with the ult, which does big damage, but not quite enough. And they're already 3 down on the side of Sitout, so this Luna wants to be careful, because now will get blinked and cooled, and is in a world of hurt here, being silenced up. And Falcus, if the tower gets aggroed by somebody else, which does, Crazy Ads takes the aggro, will survive. Duck T almost goes down as well, thanks to the glimpse damage plus the tower, but will survive as well. And only Wurzag lives to tell the tale for Team Sitout in that one.
Just further pushing that gold lead, further in the way of the Radiant. There's a 2,500 gold swing there. Again, it's just big damage comes out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like it's getting a bit out of hand as well, right? Like this is where it starts to spiral out of control, especially with Seething, unfortunately giving away the 5 kill streak, sort of the suffering from success kind of.
Yeah. They're the perfect initiation with the rupture.
Yeah.
Next force to stand there and almost take off. You got swapped out, but there's only so much that can do.
Yeah. Snapfire ult doing big damage again, and it does actually get the kill, I think, in the end as well. So meanwhile on the other side it was Duck T and the Witch Doctor. Crazy Ads given hell to the other cause of Team Sitout.
Slardar still looking for that level 12. Struggling a little bit there. There is a difference you can see, isn't there? Across the net worth and the levels, 0-8-0 on Slardar.
Oh, Rupture out onto the Rupture and Mortimer's Kiss is used onto an illusion of the Necrophos that was in the mid lane farming. So 2 ults down. The combo that they've picked for this safe lane is down. So I wonder whether Sitout will look to try and make something happen off the back of that, as Seething is once again the furthest man forward. And Storm was having a look, but I don't think fancied it just yet. Meanwhile, Luna in the old enemy jungle, a classic of the genre, and pushing this bottom tower, just trying to get anything off the map where possible. As Sitout gather under there, in their triangle, where they know it's safe. Let's see, Y.O.S.O with the blink as well, going BKB, which will really help come back into this game. It's quite far behind, but can make it up.
They are grouping up around this tier 2 tower top. We should be able to take this fairly unopposed, as they've got fairly similar designs down in their jungle.
Yeah.
Seething coming towards the mid lane.
This is one of those tier 2s you're like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
If we yeah, nah, we don't need to defend this, because all we're going to do is potentially get wiped and then it's high ground.
Yeah.
So might as well.
Exactly. If we die, we lose it anyway, and probably take the tower, if not just chip damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Go tier 3.
They've put good pressure onto the other lanes. I think I would have liked them to actually put a lot more pressure onto this tier 1 bottom, just because they could see all 5 heroes, so it might have been nice, but potentially, obviously, the TP rotations can come out to the tower, but I think you've got to be confident enough you can take it quickly enough to take an advantageous fight. And now they're being caught out all the same. Storm zipping in. I feel like Storm knew there was somebody around in that area. As he zips across again, he's looking for the Luna.
TP's out.
Yeah, does TP out. So, good Delta splitting there from Sitout, although Admiral Seething does not have a TP. And meanwhile, Ea-nasir, by the looks of it, TP to this mid tower and perish, and Lulu will go down as well. So, they still managed to come away with something on the side of Halo 3, and they're just extending their control now, as the graph is only going one way at the moment, and Gaben, 84% favorability to Halo 3 at the present moment. Unraveling a little bit quicker than Game 1 did at the moment. 25 minutes in and they're already pressuring this high ground. And no desire to back off for Aegis or anything. They take the glyph and now will retreat.
Yep.
Yeah, not going to help the Luna that extra death as well. Must have just TP'd to the mid lane or wandered up to farm it and got caught out by Halo 3.
Got caught, unfortunately, all in the area. Seething, as you were saying, I think they knew he was down there by the Ancients, but he managed to TP out. I think they saw him because of his courier. I think they were pinging him out before he got out. Now they're going to look into this tier 2 bottom.
Yeah.
So what they can do here, potentially take that Tormentor as well while they're there.
Yeah, and we saw the strategy as well last game from Halo 3.
Yep.
So it was squeeze the map, and it was just a try and contain them in the base as much as possible. Obviously Sitout once again, like last game as well, able to move across and get a lot out the other side of the map. And like you say, Tormentor will go down, gives the shard to Vesper.
It's nice the Fire Snap Cookie upgrade.
Yeah.
Now Slar's going to put some pressure on that tier 1, sees the TP's in and runs away. Wise, I think.
Yeah. Nearly has the BKB, which will help quite a lot to be able to get in the fights and try and cause some carnage. It's really what they need on the side of Sitout at the moment. Shroud come out for the Necrophos as well, and next up the BKB. So again, 2 good items that will help try and sustain the Necro in the fights, especially through the damage of the Snapfire. And
Bloodseeker's almost got the BKB. You got to think they're going to wait until these next items come out now.
Yeah, you'd think
Wait
they'd
a minute or
also
so.
potentially look up for Roche as well at some point.
Storm BKB is coming through. Yeah, I mean, they've got the map control. They spot out Luna.
Yeah, this is a
Picked
huge
up
kill
Luna
again.
Rupture.
Ea-nasir uses... Oh, big damage coming out from the Luna ult. Gets the 2 and will go down. That's a lovely trade actually for Sitout. But now the follow-up damage. Y.O.S.O gets called. And, oh, nice swap out by Lulu. And a lovely double ult for Wurzag. And I think if you're the side of Sitout, it's time to get out. Although Seething is there on the back lines. But it looks like... Oh, Y.O.S.O gets sent back. So saves the life of the core. But it looks like Venge and Wurzag will go down in exchange. And now Seething is the only man out, just looking for anything he can get. But I think if you're Sitout, you take that. That Luna ult shredded them.
I think you do. I think that fight could have gone a lot worse for them. Luna managed to get the ult off, managed to take down both the Bloodseeker and the Storm, which is, again, it's showing the potential, isn't it? Same as that Gyro first game. We see you camp out of the damage, just needs to be kept alive long enough.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Just went through now.
Seething needs to be really careful he doesn't get caught out here, although we'll get the haste rune and walk away. I was like taking a sharp intake of breath then, thinking, please don't. You get caught there, and then that is turning a potentially winny fight into a bit of a losey fight, unfortunately. Although I think if you're Halo 3, you don't mind it too much, because you still manage to get something out of it.
They might find Snapfire here.
Yeah, this would be a nice little pick off.
Falcon's right next door.
Yeah, Luna has found it, but will
out.
cookie away. So, yeah, Sitout looking to back off now. Oh. So what do you think about a way back into this game then for Sitout? Obviously a bit far behind. What's the route, back to, even standing or getting back ahead, do you feel?
I mean, again, it's keeping Luna alive to dish out enough of that damage, isn't it? You've got the Necro still a way off with his BKB. He's going to be that front line to keep everyone alive. But I think a key component again is the Witch Doctor ult that seems to be tearing through them at the moment with the Maledicts. Acts with the control. I think you just need to keep Luna alive and hope she doesn't get gone on initially and can tear through.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, is it? 15k down.
Yeah, it is a very difficult one. Although I would say like there's a big offset, obviously, with the off-laners because Y.O.S.O's lane was really, really tough. So I had a really tough time to get kind of any farm in that lane.
Yeah, there's a 4k difference between the two offlaners.
Yeah, it's real tricky. Especially, like we say, with that combo that they've got. But yeah, Luna with the BKB, I'm pretty sure had it in the last fight, which is probably why they didn't kill her as quickly as they expected to, and she was able to get the ult off. But like I completely agree. When this BKB is online for the Necro, that will be a nice item to play around for Sitout to try and just keep everyone alive with a bit of front line, whilst Luna can hopefully deal out the damage. Mentioning the Witch Doctor as you did, he's only 800 gold or 700 gold away from the Ags.
Oh wow, that'd be...
So it could be quite carnage from the Witch Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as the Witch Doctor gets cookied into the pit, griefed a bit by his own team there.
Nara coming over.
Yeah.
Or at least taking back some control in their triangle.
And it will go onto the Storm Spirit. So Storm with his own BKB, fresh off the press. And now an Aegis as well. And they will look to move aggressively straight up, and Y.O.S.O could be caught out here if he's not careful. I feel like they sense that they're in their triangle. Oh, it's a lovely blink call. Don't know if they had vision for that, but Y.O.S.O's been caught out. BKBs for Jizzans, but don't know if that was necessary, but Y.O.S.O unable to escape. And they still have Rupture available, all the big ults, but yeah, just BKB used for the mid-storm, so won't have that for the fight, but does still have the Aegis, and Y.O.S.O with buyback all the same.
Yeah, it's questionable using BKB when the Aegis was available, particularly when there was just the one, but I guess they didn't know what was going to come through.
Yeah, if there was any follow-up coming out. Y.O.S.O did hold his BKB as well, decided against using it. Obviously, it is his 9-second one.
That was a foregone conclusion.
Yeah. As now the Storm goes in, and that's a Rupture out onto the Venge, who will go down. 44 seconds, no buyback on the Venge, so no support for Team Sitout. Y.O.S.O will be back alive in 5 seconds, and the Ea-nasir has come back in. Falca's taking a bit of damage from the Disruptor. Will get glimpsed back into the middle of them, although this might actually help him out. Nice Lunar ult, will take down Falcus in the end, and that is a free kill streak onto Ea-nasir. So not bad. Repositioning this axe and getting a kill in exchange for the Venge life as well. As it might not have time to take a break here as they're coming in again. Jizzan's out onto the Disruptor, but now Ea-nasir taking so much damage and getting shredded even through BKB from this Witch Doctor ult, and that is the Aegis down. But Jizzans will now have full HP and mana to re-engage this fight. Wurzag with the Glimmer Cape onto himself will keep himself alive, but now Duck T arrives. Y.O.S.O gets swapped out by Lulu, who is back alive, but eventually Wurzag will go down and Lulu will follow. Now Seething is in a world of trouble, is about to be silenced by Bloodright as well, and they have to buy back on Ea-nasir, who stuns himself with a Lotus Orb. Bongos were thrown, but there's a nice double stun by Y.O.S.O. Big damage out. Not quite getting any kills though. And now Luna's in big trouble. The kisses take down Luna, and that is a dieback on Luna, which could be huge. Y.O.S.O as well getting very low, and Seething in big trouble. This is 3 dead without buyback, and only Wurzag available. And now Seething will go down. He has buyback himself, and will probably be a 2-man stand if they do want to fight. Because there's 30 seconds to Venge, 60 seconds to Slardar, and about 80 seconds, 75 now, to Luna, as they have all bought back and died back, apart from Wurzag, who still has it up. Wow. As my my Windows goes off again. Apologies everybody in the chat.
Again, another great fight there. We talked about the impact of that Death Ward. Picks off Luna early in the fight, and then later on buys back and ruptured up, and then Kisses takes her down for that dieback. The damage put out by Bloodseeker as well was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
in
the
that
Rupture comes down to Lulu, and I think Lulu will once again perish. Does manage to escape the damage for a while, but they just have no follow-up for this on the side of Sitout. And now the Bongos The bongos are out again. They do get the return kill onto the 5 kill streak of the Witch Doctor, but I think it's too little too late. Seething will put up as much of a fight as he can, but with the Maledict up and the silence will eventually go down as well. Y.O.S.O back alive, but not sure what he's going to be able to do. And the net worth is getting out of hand as they GG out. Admiral Seething calls it for Sitout, and that will be a 2-0 in this best of 3 series. Halo 3 soundtrack will progress in the upper bracket to the next phase. Team Sitout drop down to the lower bracket, and I believe will face Too Hot for Dota in the next round. So yeah, swift 2-0 for Halo 3 in the end.
Yeah, another good game there. By Team Halo 3 soundtrack. The same kind of plan, wasn't it? Really less broady, but the exact same plan. You know, go out there, take over the map, take your buildings, and you know, in the end it came through.
Yeah, some really nice team fight coordination as well. Some good combos in both games as well, using the Snapfire. Obviously, in this game, using the ult with the Rupture to sort of create some carnage, force them to either stay or run away. Not a lot you can do in that particular situation. Yeah, I mean, looking across the scores here, there's a shout out for the MVP to be Witch Doctor, which I'm happy to agree with in this particular case, because
100%.
this 8-2-18 is a remarkable stat line. Snapfire as well, honorable mention, no deaths for Snap in this game. It's pretty crazy for a POS 5 support. But I think it was just such tough lanes across the map for Sitout in this game. Y.O.S.O had a really difficult time in the bottom lane, understandably, against this combo, especially when the 6s were online. But even before then, the damage coming out from a Snapfire support with a Bloodseeker is nothing to be sniffed at. So yeah, just difficult lanes for Sitout, right? That's kind of the summary, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. They just couldn't get what they wanted out the lane, and the Luna died a lot, as we said. You know, reflecting that 2-11-6. Both of those before the laning phase was even over, really. And obviously didn't have the same impact as the Gyro did in the first game. Didn't quite give him that comeback thereafter.
Yeah.
Again, Admiral Seething did well at the start as well. So tried to keep him in it, but it was too much. As we said, the Witch Doctor plays, you know, from the start is already out leveling his axe, I think, wasn't there, at one point? And getting that solo kill on the Luna was huge. And then those late game fights, like we saw, taking down the Luna again. Before the dieback, and then in that last fight there as well, just tears through the whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty brutal in the end. It felt like a sort of fast-tracked game 1, right? It was like kind of a slow build-up in game 1. I think obviously, you know, first game of a best of 3, both teams sort of, I think Halo 3 as well, feeling out what Sitout had about them. Obviously very brawly, and then once you've won that first game, I think you got the confidence then to put a bit more pressure on and try and speed up the process, you know, the confidence of winning that game. So yeah, it did feel like that. I think really actually the difference in this between the two for Sitout's perspective is that, like you just said there, the Gyrocopter, even in death, did a lot of damage, did 80k over the course of the game, whereas the Luna, taking a similar amount of deaths, unable to deal the same amount of damage. And I think by the time the damage is online, the BKBs are there for the Storm, the Bloodseeker, so it starts to be less impactful. The Axe as well had BKB at the end of the game too, so yeah, it was a fun series though. Do you have any final thoughts?
No, not really. Just GGs to both teams. It's good to see some good Dota. It's good fun. Pleasure to cast with you.
No worries. Thank you for stepping in.
Series.
It's much appreciated.
No problem.
Appreciated for joining. Right, I've got some advertising to do. Falcus is in the chat. He asked me to do some advertising. I don't know if I have the graphic on screen because I forgot to add it, so apologies. But tomorrow at 6 o'clock GMT on Falcus's Twitch channel will be Top Goon, which I believe is Falcus and Amos talking about all of the GTI drama. I imagine this roster shuffle mid-tournament will be discussed at length. So a lot of content coming from GTI. But yeah, tomorrow, 6 o'clock GMT, Falcus and Amos doing Top Goon, which they ran, I think, a couple of weeks ago now. Might be able to be corrected on that one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I think there are a few more games coming up. Unsure if... oh, another exhibition game as well. That's ideal. We love to see that. Is that another... It might be another solo mid or 1v1 mid. So that will be pretty cool. For games, let's see. I think a lot of the games need to be scheduled. This was kind of the cork in the bottle a little bit for a lot of other games to be scheduled. So just have a look at the old schedule-do here. It looks like we've got a game on the 19th, which is another upper bracket one. Stessie's Ultra Shitters versus Black Country Widows. But otherwise, yeah, we had the 2 games tonight. I think there's a Spherical versus LL3. Potentially also on the 19th as well. But yeah, make sure to tune in tomorrow for Top Goon. So that will be tomorrow at 6 PM GMT. Just so I make sure I've said that many times. But yeah, so with that being said, firstly, thank you, Adam, for joining me for the cast. It's much appreciated for stepping in for Mark, who was unavailable today, so much appreciated. Thank you to both teams. They gave us some great games, especially game 1 was incredible. Nice, big, brawly action. Thanks to Falcus as well for sending over and allowing me to announce the mid laner for Team Halo 3. Much appreciated. The video was amazing, so GG's well played, and thank you for sending that over. And thanks to everybody for watching. I'm probably going to cast more of these, so if you would like to stick around and feel like hitting a follow button, let me know, just crack on. The follow button is there. If not, then fair enough, no worries at all. But yeah, so that's it from us until next time with another GTI cast. So take care of yourselves, have a good Saturday evening, and peace.